What's going on, everybody? Coach Mike here with Strength Coach Thoughts, episode 10. This is going to be a quicker one. This is going to be filming from Cleveland, Ohio, visiting family this week. Coming off the tail end of the Arnold, baby. It was a hell of an Arnold, and that's going to be kind of the topic of today's podcast. But I'll get into that. But basically, so if you like the headbands I wear, as always, use code Coach Mike at checkout with Vertical Athletics. They got fleece headbands for everybody in the cold. They got cooling headbands for everybody in the warm. They're really awesome. They cool down really well. They're very comfortable to wear. They also have a ton of sun stuff, so sun scarves, little like bandana stuff. They got all sorts of stuff. So if you're interested, if you wear headbands, give them a try. Check them out. Use code Coach Mike at checkout for 15% off. Now, so for the topic of today, I have gotten on about USAW before. I've talked about USAW in the past on different podcasts, on Weightlifting Talk podcast. Shout out to John North and Weightlifting Talk, about how they need to be, as a governing body, their job should be the growth of the sport. And I haven't really been seeing that coming from USAW. Now, my first Arnold, right, I think was 2017. It was the first Arnold I lifted in. And I was going, I would go as a kid to the Arnold for, the expo. But I never did the weightlifting stuff until I got into it. So 2017 was my first, weightlifting Arnold. Back then, there was no cap. There was no wave entries, nothing like that. It was too small, right? And I know I've talked to people that have been around since way before then. I talk about how it was even smaller before them. But back then, it was small enough that basically, if you qualified and you paid the entry fee, you're gonna lift. Whatever session you end up in, but you're gonna lift. Nowadays, it's they cap it at a couple, like I think 1,000 something lifters. You get invited to register based on your entry total. So it's a wave registration. So the people with the lower totals enter last, with the people with the bigger totals enter first. I believe I have that right. If not, you can correct me in the comments. But basically, there's so many people now that have qualified for the Arnold and that lifted the Arnold that they've had to kind of restrict the lifting. Now, all that being said, I'm not necessarily saying this is coming from USA Weightlifting. I'm not saying this is a product of their efforts. I don't know. They could be. I'm going to find that hard to believe, but it could be. But in 2017, there were hardly any, I don't remember ever seeing a high school weightlifting team at the Arnold. I think maybe one or two college lifters that were part of a college team, maybe. And I'm talking like singlets on with the school. When you walk out and it says their name, what number attempt, what the weight is, and then what team they're with. I'm saying maybe one or two lifters that had a college affiliated team, right? The female divisions, there were very few, female lifters, and the female lifters that were lifting, they weren't lifting. I'm not going to say impressively, because weightlifting is weightlifting, and if you qualify for the Arnold, but the totals are much bigger now, is what I'm getting at. So, the growth of the sport from what I saw in 2017 to 2025 now, this Arnold blew me away. There were so many high school teams, and I mean large high school teams. And again, you have to qualify for this event. So it's not enough to just have a high school team and then bring them along and say, all right, everybody's lifting. Every one of those lifters that were there with the teams had to qualify for that. The Arnold was the Virus Open one, as well as university, the university lift. So there was a university event going on, but also the amount of high school and college teams I saw this time was mind-blowing. The programs, how big these programs are just to bring to the Arnold. I can't imagine the on-campus programs. The female presence, how many lady sessions there were, and the totals that were being put up at these sessions. It was very encouraging to watch, to look around the Arnold, from Thursday when it started to Sunday for the last session, and just see the future of the sport. It was very, very encouraging. For from the growth side of things. Now, I mean, I did have very questionable conversations with blue coats that make me extremely worried for the direction of the sport officially. With I had a conversation with a blue coat about, I said our baby masters who were 35, and they're like, well, no, now 30 is masters, and if you suck in the open division or seniors, just if you're 30, just go to masters now and you could win. And I'm like, this is a blue coat with an IWF patch, and I'm like, are you serious? This is an official in our sport telling me if you suck, just go 30 masters and win. Like, that's not a good direction for the sport. That's not a good way to encourage growth of the sport, encourage competition. So I've been outspoken about USAW's management and the direction they're going, and how they need to be a governing body, or they are the governing body, and they need to focus on growing the sport and focusing on the athletes first, and then let profit come second and let all that stuff come second, which some conversations I've had with some blue coats reaffirms my belief in that they have gotten away from the lifter. They've gotten away from, the sport, and they're really only out to make the money that they need to make to keep events going. But at the end of the day, it's not, the lifter shouldn't be the one paying for the mismanagement of USA weightlifting. And I mean, like, it shouldn't be on the lifters to have to pay for, USAW to move all the equipment around. It shouldn't be on the lifter to pay for USAW to have everybody volunteer at their meets. Like, the money is going to the stipends. Awesome. Well, then pay the stipends. And I know the stipends have gotten better lately, but the youth Pan Am issue last year where, hey, youth athletes that made the team, pay your own way. Like, where's all the money gone then? Like, where's all the money we're paying gone? So that's what I'm getting at about, the USAW governance needs to figure out what they're doing. But at the same time, like, seeing all these high school teams, seeing all these college teams, seeing all these young coaches learning how to count cards at the table at a national meet, like, understanding, like, warm-up attempts, watching, lifters run other lifters that, maybe are in a lower session, but they're kind of on their own to learn because their coach is teaching them. It's a trial by fire kind of thing. So getting to watch the growth of the sport is amazing to watch, and I just really hope that it's not messed up by governing bodies. But I really just wanted to jump on, and I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on this podcast, and I know it's a really short one. I'm still, I'm in Ohio. I don't have all the equipment I usually have. I don't have my gym behind me. I'm trying to keep the content. I try to say every Friday. I know I missed last Friday, but I was coaching at the Arnold. Sorry. So I try to stay semi-regular with these. So I mean, even if I jump on here for, there we go. Even if I jump on here for 10 minutes and just talk about this, hopefully it's something of value. But if you're one of these high school, college programs that follow my page, let me know if there's any way I could support you guys, whether it's education, whether it's, making phone calls if I can, like whatever you guys need. I want to encourage the growth of that. If you don't know how to get a team started, let me know. I will do everything I can to help out. I've started a few teams. I've developed a few strength and conditioning programs from nothing. So, I'm happy to help any way I can. Even if it's just maybe I come out and lift with some people, like have some fun lifting, I'll do that too, if I can make it work. So anything I can do to help these high school, college teams, just continue to help the sport grow, let me know, because that's really all I want to see is weightlifting continue to grow, and weightlifting be successful. I mean, it's not a big sport in America, and I'm not saying I want to see it overtake, football or anything, but I would like to see it become more popular, so strength coaches like me don't have to fight as much in the weight room with, sport coaches. So, but also because I love weightlifting. I mean, at the end of the day, weightlifting is kind of why I went the direction I went. So, but yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now. I think I'm going to jump off here. It's been about 9.5 minutes of me talking, but just a quick thought today, quick podcast. Hopefully it's provided value. Hopefully it's something encouraging. If you're thinking about joining weightlifting, or you are a weightlifter and you're kind of starting out, you're not sure if it's for you, just stick with it. This sport is a sport of attrition. The people that go far in the sport are the ones that stick around the longest. It's a sport of consistency. It's a sport. I mean, it'll grind you down. It'll chew you up, spit you out if you let it. But you got to be stronger than the barbell, and the barbell is trying to bully you every single day. You need to be stronger than the barbell, and you need to be aggressive towards that barbell. Every day that you step into the gym, you put the shoes on, and you lift the bar is a day you're getting better. So if you're new in this sport and you're getting discouraged, or it's hard, or you're hitting that point where you're starting to get in the trenches a little bit, like, embrace that, because weightlifting is a lot of fun. It's so much fun. And the better you get at it, the more fun it gets. I mean, I've described, like, I love snatching more than CJing. I think a lot of people, have to share the same sentiment. But a good snatch feels amazing. Like, good contact. You hear the clanging of the bar. You hear the smack on the platform of the feet. You just have a solid lock overhead. You stand that up aggressively. It's a great feeling. Learning how to get that, or learning how to lock that in, is an amazing feeling. And it gets more fun the heavier weight you're able to do that with. So if you're a new lifter, you're a new program, stick it out. There's so many resources to help you. Get on YouTube. I mean, you're watching this on YouTube right now. Look up Greg Everett. Look up Cal Strength. Look up MASH. Just type in weightlifting, and as long as it's not CrossFit, you're good. There's a lot of good theories out there. There's a lot of bad theories out there. But, I mean, the best thing you can do is get a bar in your hands and snatch at CJ. All right? I'm Coach Mike. This is Strength Coach Thoughts. I'm going to end my rambling now. Again, Coach Mike at checkout with Vertical Athletics for 15% off your order. And make sure you like and subscribe to this video if it's brought value. Make sure you turn notifications on for all of my videos, whether it's my training videos. I'll have my Arnold video up soon, both training haul and just Arnold recap stuff. And then obviously I'm starting the shorts thing, because the shorts thing, I guess, is the way YouTube wants to go. So turn notifications on to make sure you're getting notified of everything I post. If you like this content, make sure you share it with somebody that, enjoys weightlifting. All I'm trying to do is provide weightlifting value to YouTube, and, Strength Coach Thoughts to young, old, current, retired, whatever strength coaches. Just another voice in the conversation. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.